Tonight at 6, a former Carmel high school swimmer is joining two other women in a lawsuit against two universities, the NCAA and the Ivy League.
All are former University of Pennsylvania swim team athletes, and they are suing the school. They claim that leaders violated federal law by allowing transgender athlete Lia Thomas to compete against them. Our
Karen Campbell talked to one of the attorneys representing the former Carmel student, and tonight shares why she is now seeking justice.
In this 90-page lawsuit, three former members of the University of Pennsylvania women's swim program are suing the school, claiming they were discriminated against and allegedly denied equal opportunities to compete. The suit focuses on the 2022 Ivy League Women's Championships, where transgender athlete Lia Thomas won 4 first-place medals and set multiple records. Others mentioned in the suit include the NCAA, the Ivy League, and Harvard University.
Their dreams were broken, shattered, by having to compete against a male.
Attorney Bill Brock is one of 3 attorneys representing the women. The Independent Council on Women's Sports is funding the lawsuit. They show the women filing the suit as Carmel resident Grace Estabrook, who grew up swimming for Carmel Swim Club, Margot Kazarowski of New Jersey, and Ellen Holmquist of Connecticut.
We want the rightful placements of all the women that competed restored.
That means if their lawsuit is successful, Thomas's record would be vacated. The University of Pennsylvania nominated Lia Thomas for the NCAA Woman of the Year award. Brock says the lawsuit is about fairness, so transgender athletes like Thomas won't be able to compete.
Jumped from 553rd place in the 500-yard freestyle to NCAA championship on the women's side. That's not fair. That knocked a woman off of the podium.
Brock says this is not an attack on transgender inclusion.
Inclusion's important, and that's why we have women's sports, because it's not fair for women not to have the opportunity to compete against women and have a level playing field.
Karen Campbell, 13 News.
We also want to make it clear right now that Thomas is not a party in this lawsuit. We did reach out to the firm that handles Thomas's speaking arrangements, as well as an attorney who represented her in other legal proceedings, and we have yet to hear back from either of them. Now, this isn't the first lawsuit that the NCAA is facing connected to swimmer Lia Thomas.
Several athletes filed a complaint last March because of the NCAA's transgender athlete policies. So this lawsuit accused the NCAA of violating their Title IX rights by allowing Thomas to swim at the 2022 National Championships.
That lawsuit details the alleged shock that the athletes felt when they learned that they'd be sharing a locker room with the transgender athlete. The NCAA filed a motion to dismiss that case back in 2024, but a decision on that has yet to be made.
The National Women's Law Center filed a brief Wednesday to the court in support of the NCAA.